Have you ever heard of Boris Johnson? Some of you may have heard of him, some may not. Actually, he is the Prime Minister of United Kingdom. Maybe you might have heard of someone being infected from coronavirus and he is the Prime Minister of UK. Yes, that person is Boris Johnson. Today I am going to introduce you guys about Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of Britain. First, as I said before, he has an experience of being infected with coronavirus. First part would be about his infection. At the second part, I'm going to talk about Trump and Boris. I bet all you guys know about Trump. He is the president of America. At the last part, I will talk about UK, which is now the fifth most confirmed country in the world. Today is April 24th, 2020. On this page, I will show you the health of Boris and the health of Britain in comparison. At the part 1, I will talk about Boris and his infection. Boris is the first case of an infection in the head of a country. It was quite surprising to see him to mention the name of the medical staffs who helped him officially. Jenny in this picture is one of them. She said she was surprised when she found Boris mentioning her. The more interesting part was that she is not British and she is from New Zealand, because it is very rare to go to another country to do such a difficult job in this situation. Part 2 would be about Trump and Boris. In the article I found out, the reporter compared Trump and Boris. They have many things in common, but there's surely some parts they should learn from each other. In crisis, the two have got very different paths. Trump has been his normal self, shifting between combative and serious tones in discussing COVID-19. Johnson, however, has consistently been both grave and upbeat, conveying that he knows the nation is in a crisis but rallying Britons with the idea that they will come through it together. Nothing shows this better than how is communicated with his respective nations on Easter Sunday. As I said before, Johnson, who was released from intensive care after spending the prior week fighting for his life against the virus, released a video wherein he was humble in a way Trump never is. He praised his doctors and nurses at the National Health Service Hospital by name, especially commending the two nurses. Trump, on the other hand, took his favorite medium, Twitter, to launch a fusillade of tweets that reinforced his image as a petty, unserious man. Finally, we will talk about his nation and his health condition. Thanks to the medical staff, Boris was in a serious condition, but he soon overcame corona and returned to his daily life. Unfortunately, UK is not in that good shape. His country now has the fifth largest number of confirmed people in the world, and his country's economy is devastated, so the public is divided into two groups on whether or not to resume economic activities despite corona. Also, England is now criticized about coronavirus testing system. To make matters worse, unions representing doctors, nurses, and care workers complain that the level of personal protective equipment (PPE) they need is not hitting the front line anywhere near fast enough. On Monday, the Royal College of Nursing issued guidance that staff were entitled to refuse to work if they did not feel comfortable doing so. If the employer does not provide appropriate PPE and a safe working environment, as an employee, you can refuse to care for a patient. The government points to the fact that its testing of health workers and their families has increased dramatically over the past week or so. However, when Johnson returns to work, he might find that public are less inclined to believe any government narrative. I, as a member of Global Citizen, hope that England will get better as Korea did, and hope that Boris will show his leadership through offering the people a reasonable solution and leading them wisely. Thank you.